Hello and welcome back to another episode of Korea.net Star Live, the best place to meet Korea's creators and artists. I'm your host Hana, and today our guest is the first Korean YouTuber to run a channel entirely in Russian. She's a mega influencer in Russia and in countries where Russian is spoken. Please welcome to the studio, Kyungha Min.
Thank you.
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Здравствуйте, меня зовут Kyungha, я кореянка, уже занимаюсь ютубом почти 5 лет, и очень приятно познакомиться, и я вообще очень рада, что я могла приехать сюда и встретиться с Hana. Hello everyone, I'm Kyungha. I'm running my YouTube channel almost 5 years and I'm really happy to be here. My channel is all about Russian, so if you are interested in Russia, you can subscribe my channel.
Yes, so today our episode is going to be full of various things related to Russia. And already we have our viewers leaving comments in Russian. I'm super excited to get the show started. Now, you mentioned that you started your channel around 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
But I heard there's a very special story related to how this all started in the very beginning.
Yeah, actually, I began this journey as a creator thanks to someone very special. Yeah,
Someone special, like a Prince Charming?
Oh no, he's more like Iron Man.
Okay.
Yeah, and he entirely changed my life actually. Yeah, so back in 2013, I was in Russia on an exchange students program, and I volunteered as an interpreter in 2013 Sochi Olympic Games. So I was just wandering around in the Olympic studio because there were so many things to see, and those two Russian random guys, they were really big, and suddenly approached me and asked who I was.
Yeah, I saw a little clip of the video, and it must have been so startling to have these big Russian men approach you with a camera. Like, who are you? So what did they ask you?
So they asked me that, who am I? Yeah, and normally people will say that I'm just volunteering here or I'm a translator, but my answer was quite weird. So I answered like, "Я кореянка" in Russian, which means I'm Korean girl.
Okay.
Yeah. So they were just laughing, and I asked them back, "Who are you?" And everyone was like, "Wow." Yeah, it turned out that one of those two guys was Sergei Stilavin, which is very, very famous MC from Radio Mayak. Yeah, and my friends told me that he's just like a Yoo Jae-seok in Korea. Yeah, he's that much famous. So basically, I asked one of those most famous Russian MC who he was.
Wow. And that episode kind of changed your life.
Well,
forever.
exactly, yeah.
So I'm sure our viewers are very curious to see a short clip of this video.
Okay.
Shall we take a look?
Кто вы?
Кто вы?
Да, кто вы?
А кто ты?
Я кореянка.
Ближе. Давай. Кореянка?
Да.
А что ты здесь делаешь?
Я волонтер.
Ты говоришь по-русски?
Ну да.
А ты из Кореи?
Да, я из Южной Кореи.
А из Северной есть кто-нибудь?
Нет, никто не пускает.
So in the clip that we saw just now, it was very short. We didn't get to see the part where they like pick you up.
They said I was heavy.
Yeah, so after this, is that when your channel opened, or was there a process?
No, I came back to Korea right after Olympics because my exchange program has ended,
I see.
I forget everything what happened in Sochi Olympic Games. But the clip went viral in Russia, and so many people, including local media, were trying to find me. Actually, I didn't know that, and I was so surprised. I had no idea this was all happening in Russia. I was already back in Korea, living my normal life. Yeah, fast forward to 2016, I get this message from Sergei Stilavin, who interviewed me, that he wanted to invite me to his show in Moscow.
No way. And I heard this was 2 years after that interview. at
Yeah,
Sochi.
exactly 2 years. So he came across this video. I was on my friend's YouTube channel and recognized me. Yeah, and I couldn't believe that he texted me to personally invite me to his show Radio Mayak. Yeah, which is very very famous show like Korean That Star Life.
So famous. Yes.
So I skipped all my classes that day and showed my friends and family the message he sent me because I was too excited. Yeah. And my friends were like, you should go. He's really, really famous in Russia. So I booked my flight to Moscow to meet him. Yeah, I wanted to introduce him Korean traditional food and our Korean traditional vodka, soju. So I packed it and I went there and it totally changed my life.
Wow. So this show Mayak is another milestone, I guess,
Yeah, exactly.
in your journey.
Yeah.
Shall we take a look at another clip?
Кюнха.
Да?
Мы тебе купили наш доширак.
Российский.
Да, а я сейчас заварил, соответственно, ваш.
Корейский.
Пробуют
настоящий.
из среднего
Доширак.
размера. Слушай, остро?
Но помимо всего прочего, ты сегодня в студию принесла еще и водку. Какая гадость, слушайте. Полностью синтетическая водка.
Госпожа Мин,
Будьте добры, принесите в студию настоящую водку.
да, немедленно.
That's hilarious. He's really struggling with the is it 불닭볶음면? The fire
yeah, the
noodles?
spicy.
So what is the response to you being on the show and bringing on soju and Korean snacks?
Radio Mayak is very, very famous show that airs all across Russia. And the host talks with viewers and listeners about everything and anything. So I was on that show, introduced soju as Korean traditional vodka and the Korean fried noodle challenge. And one of the hosts who ate the noodle was basically screaming because it was too spicy. In Russia, we have toshirak, but it's less spicier than our 불닭볶음면. Yeah, so that was his first time to try the kind of spicy noodle. So everyone was laughing, and because he was screaming, the next host sent him to soju. Just drink it because you're so spicy. Yeah, so after that, everyone was so knocked out.
Wow, so you selected good snacks to bring on the show.
I did on purpose.
Yeah, so this encounter that you had with Sergey and the team at the radio, that kind of kick-started everything, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and after that you developed a huge following in Russia and became the Kyungha that we know today.
Yeah, actually that show really helped me out because Radio Mayak, everyone knows. So after that, Russian influencers and Russian singers and models, they contact me that I want to have a collaboration with you because you're Korean but you know Russian. So I want to invite you to my show and to my channel. So yeah, it spreaded.
Wow. Yeah, so aren't you glad you learned Russian when
I'm
you
really
did?
happy. That was my best choice.
Yeah. Okay, so we have been having a lot of comments flooding our live chat while we've been talking
that was
about
in Russian.
how you got started. You're going to have to help me.
Okay.
Do you see any comments you like?
Uploading it now.
Yeah, so I want to let our viewers know that today, if you participate in our live chat, you stand a chance to win a $30 Amazon gift card. So say nice things to Kyungha and you can stand a chance to win these cards. Anything catch your attention?
Well, Люба, Sun. Уже наконец сегодня Kyungha. So she said that she's finally meeting me. Она просто крутая, хорошо говорит на русском и еще на английском. She said she's amazed because I can speak Russian and English.
Should we give a gift card to her?
Let's do that. Thanks for the compliment.
Here, if you write down her ID or his ID.
Okay.
YJK said, I didn't know her English was so good.
But sometimes when I speak in English, I have Russian accent. Yeah. So example, I understand. You take it as.
Soyoung-ju says, 언니, you're so beautiful.
спасибо.
Congratulations, Yuba-san. Okay, let's move on, and
Okay.
we'll come back. Oh, here we go. We'll come back to the live chat in just a little bit. But first, let's find out how you built your YouTube channel. So I understand that your fans had played a big part in helping you start out your channel. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
That's kind of interesting because I didn't want to be a YouTuber.
No?
That was not my dream. And I didn't know how to edit the video and how to shoot. So my first video was, I put my phone like that in front of me and I took it vertically.
Oh.
Yeah, and no editing.
Oh.
Yeah, it took like 8 hours and I made 6 minutes video. Yeah. And I couldn't use my mic and I didn't know anything, but my subscriber helped me out. So Kyungha, use this camera and use this music and use this editing program. So they taught me so well. And I didn't know what content should I make. But they commented me on my YouTube channel and we make content together. Yeah.
Ah, I see. So, I mean, I expect that you now have better equipment. You edit your own videos.
Yeah, like 2 years ago, I bought a good camera.
Oh, that's good. Okay. So, I'm curious, what other feedback do you get from your fans nowadays? You know, you've been doing this for five years now?
Yeah. So Russian subscribers are really care about me. So they always ask me, Kyungha, did you eat today? Yeah, are you okay? Don't be sick. Yeah, they are just like my mom. Yeah, so basically they raised me as a YouTuber and always constantly check my comments on my YouTube and really take their feedback when creating the next video. For example, I recently interviewed a very, very famous Kazakh singer by request of my YouTube, my subscriber.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a subscriber told me the agent's number. Yeah, that's how I got in touch with the crew there.
Oh, that's really helpful.
Yeah, they know everything.
So I guess, you know, when you look through all of your videos, you check all the comments left by your fans?
Actually, I try my best to check all the comments, yeah, and answer the questions.
Wow. So yeah, how did that the interview go with the Kazakh singer?
Oh my God, it was amazing. Yeah, I
what
was
is
so
her name?
nervous. It's 91.
Okay.
Yeah, and they are just like a big bang in Korea.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that must have been special.
I was so shivering.
Have
because
to check it out after the show. Viewers, you guys should do too. There's a comment that was just uploaded that I can't read after. So Hey Jude says 민경하님 너무나 스타일리시한 것. But the one after that.
Я не спала всю ночь, чтобы посмотреть трансляцию, так как я знала, что не могу встать в 7 утра. Блин, очень трогательно. Блин, I was so touched because he didn't sleep to attend the show.
Oh my
live
gosh,
show. Yeah.
so this is another person that should
Because he knew that he can't stand up at 7 o'clock in the morning, so he didn't sleep at all. Oh my God, what's his name?
Could you write his name down?
Elena.
It's Russian. Yeah, so before we started the show, Kyungha was telling me that in Russia, it's, I think, 4 a.m.
Yeah, now is 5 a.m.
5 a.m. So one of our viewers stayed up to see you live today. So thank you. Drink lots of coffee. Okay.
Drink some coffee.
So I'm curious, what kind of content can we see on your channel? So for me, as a non-Russian speaker,
Yes.
I noticed, you deal with a lot of different topics.
Yes.
A lot of them primarily in Russian, right? Yeah. So what are some things that we can expect to see on your channel?
So basically, my contents are divided in beauty products and Korean language, and
Okay.
K-pop, and Korean culture, and Korean cities. Yeah, but Russian Zoomers are really interested in beauty,
Okay.
in Korean beauty and self-care. So they love watching beauty related content, and I think it's one of Russian cultures to learn how to thread and take care of themselves by watching this type of contents at home.
Yeah, and as we all know, Russian
Are
people,
beautiful. They
are
are tall and beautiful,
yeah,
slim.
so beautiful. Yeah, and I heard that they have a very specific beauty
Wow, you
regime.
prepared it.
upside down. Okay, yeah. So it's like it's very bling bling, so could you maybe walk us through some of these?
Of course.
So this looks like a typical salon.
Oh, this is salon. So in Korea, we go to salon for special occasions. In Russia, there is 1,000 salons in one street.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you can get your makeup done almost every block.
Oh.
Yeah, and there are one that are open 24/7. Yeah.
Wow.
And people who go there almost every day.
Well, like before work? Or
Oh, people
just-
wore or just when they meet some special person.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Wow.
also they like to have their eyebrows perfectly done.
here.
Trimmed because it makes your face more framed. Yeah, so they always get their eyebrows waxed. If you see, there's no hair,
Yeah. Oh, it's
which is something
Perfect.
Yeah, so I begin to follow as well.
oh, very
Loves
nice.
it. And manicures. It's perfectly normal to wear. No. Manicures and high heels are must. So in Russia, almost every woman wear high heels, even though you are tall. Yeah, and when you go to the grocery store or when Russian girls throw trashes, they wear high heels.
For the grocery store as well?
And
Oh.
it's kind of weird in Russia if you wear sneakers when you wear one piece.
Okay. So for dates, for I guess work,
Yeah,
any formal
yeah.
occasion?
Even in the subway.
Oh, wow.
And I want to introduce a Russian manicure. Yeah, in Russia, actually, they love do manicure in red or blue color.
Yeah.
Bling, bling, bling.
And I heard there's a story behind why it's red and blue
Actually,
specifically.
yes. In Russia, they don't celebrate Christmas on 25th of December, but they celebrate on 1st of January. We call it Новый год, and Santa Claus coming on January 1st.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a yolka. Yolka is Christmas tree.
Okay.
So they decorate Christmas tree, and in Christmas atmosphere is like more red and blue and some Christmas market. So they decorate their nails with this kind of like the red or blue or some white colors.
So most women, I guess, get it done.
Most women,
And men too?
no,
Just the
men
women?
are a little bit conservative about beauty.
Okay. So I'm thinking, maybe Santa Claus does his rounds all across the world. And then since
Maybe.
Russia's so cold,
I mean,
it's
they go like that.
it's the last stop. That's really interesting. So just based on looking, at this photo, you can tell that like the style of makeup is quite different in Russia.
Yeah, if you see her brow, then in Korea we love like to this how do you say?
straight.
Yeah, the straight eyebrow. But in Russia, they have this curved eyebrows.
It's the arch.
Yeah, arch.
the signature arch. But I heard that Russians do love Korean like skincare.
Oh, they love it so much.
Could you tell us a little more about that?
Okay, I have something to tell you.
Okay.
Russians actually prefer European style makeups, but when it comes to the skincare product, they love Korean beauty products. Yeah, they always ask me how Koreans have beautiful skin, and they especially found it interesting when I introduced a few beauty products.
Okay.
Yeah, that are not very common in Russia. So first, they found it very interesting how their Korean beauty product that help melt blackheads.
Oh, the blackhead.
Yeah, not just popping that, but it melt and it just absorb in your skin, right? But in Russia, they just pop it. Yeah, and the second one is they also love Korean peel-off mask. Yeah, because you can see right away, you know, the
Yeah.
And third one, I also talk about the importance of sunscreen and why people must to wear it 24/7, regardless of weather, which is quite new to Russian because they wear it only summer. But you know, in winter you can get more burned, yeah, because of the reflection to the snow. Yeah, so they were really glad to hear that kind of contents.
I see. So I think maybe we should face the camera more.
Oh, here.
Yeah?
Okay.
This way. We've been so, you know,
Yeah, deep into
deep into conversation.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Yeah, and I want to tell you that I had a meeting in Russia, in Moscow, with my subscriber, and there were like 1,000 people, but 90% of them are women.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and my friends went to Russia together with me, and they were like, "Oh my God, your subscribers are all models." They were really beautiful.
I mean, Russian women are famous for
Beauty.
that. Yeah.
Exactly.
But I had no idea that, they loved Korean skincare
Oh yeah,
so much.
they do.
Huh. Okay, so beauty is a huge category for you as a YouTuber.
Yeah.
But I heard that there are other topics as well.
Yes, but I'm doing this content because I want to correct some stereotypes that Russian misunderstand. Yeah. So when I found this, and I really tried to connect it. And you know, when I started my YouTube channel, they asked me a lot, "Kyungha, in Korea, people really eat dog meat?"
Dog meat?
Yeah. So I said, "No, we're not. That's not common food for us." And actually, there was this happening. And lots of Russian people think that Hyundai Motors is not Korean one, but the Japanese. So I said, "No, that's Korean." Yeah, I corrected it. And one time, a popular Russian TV show came to Korea and shoot about what's happening in Korea.
Okay.
And the MC just held up an octopus and said that Korean people put octopus in their face
Oh, what?
for the skincare.
Oh.
Yeah, I was so angry to see that. But so immediately I made this video to correct the stereotypes. And then I heard that host was replaced.
Oh, really?
Yeah, also in Korean things, Russian drink vodka.
Oh, right.
Lots of vodka.
Right.
But I don't really think so. And in Korea, people think that in Russia they don't have summer. But sometimes summer in Russia is much hotter than in Korea. Yeah. So I'm trying to my best to study how to be the bridge between two cultures and help them to just get to know each other more.
Yeah, so you're acting as a cultural ambassador. Yeah, yeah, but I think it's really helpful for people to look up the culture a little more because, yeah, like you said, it's a misconception and it's a misunderstanding a lot of the times.
I have to study more.
Yeah. Also because obviously your first language isn't Russian. I heard there are some funny stories related to language mistakes that you've made in the past. What kind of common mistakes would you say you make?
I made my mistake with Russian language more than 1,000 times. So let me pick just 3 or 4. So kamar, that's a mosquito.
Okay.
Kalmar is squid.
Okay.
So I said, кальмари вся жизнь кусала меня, поэтому я не могла спать. Which means that squid was flying whole night.
Oh.
So I couldn't sleep.
Oh gosh.
I should have said that mosquito, but I said squid.
But the squid's flying.
Yeah, they were flying. And in Russian, muha, that's flies.
Muha.
insect. And the muka is flower when we make food. But I confused it, so I said, I made bread with flies.
Oh, gosh.
Disgusting, right?
So fly is mukha,
Muha
and flower,
is muka.
muka.
Yeah. It's so confusing,
That
right?
is very confusing. And it's like one letter difference.
Yeah, exactly. And the intonation, it changed the world, the meaning of words. Yeah. And mili means you're cute.
Cute.
And mula means soap.
Soap, okay.
Yeah. So I said, ты очень мила. I just said that, but I said that you are such a soap. Yeah, and once time in Georgia, I was negotiating with the taxi driver because he called a high price. Said I was trying to say вы очень жадный, which means that you are a frugal. Yeah, but instead of saying that, I said вы очень жидкий. Yeah, жидкий means you're so liquid. So it's not understand. I mean, who can understand it?
Oh, but actually, when I read this in our script, I was curious. In Russia, when you take a taxi, can you negotiate the price?
Yeah. Oh. But that was in Georgia, so the taxi driver was not native Russian speaker, so he couldn't understand what was mistake.
So you're shouting, "You're so liquid!"
Yeah, and he was like, "You're liquid. No, you're liquid. I'm not liquid." And.
But yeah, these are, honest mistakes. And yeah, people are saying these are, mistakes that you can easily make.
Yeah, because Russian language is so hard to learn.
But Frank Huang says she speaks Russian so fast, that's really impressive. She's like a native.
Oh, really? Thank you. Oh my God, that's the best compliment.
Yeah, but these words are very confusing.
Yeah,
and I'm
know,
sure
right?
You're probably quite fluent now, but initially when you were learning it as a student.
Oh, there was so many funny situations.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. So these are things that we can see on your channel, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Korean beauty, things related to Russian language, Russian culture. So since we're on the topic, why don't we take a quick look at some clips from Kyungha Min's YouTube channel. We'll be back.
Конец 1 января. С Новым годом!
С уважением.
С удовольствием! С женским днем, дядя!
Для вас сердечко. Вот натуральный Kyungha мейкап шоу. Ничего не надо мазать, ничего не надо красить. Спасибо, что смотрели. Все продукты, которые я использовала внизу. Спасибо. 안녕.
우와, 이 노래가. 오, 그게 신식으로 만드시네. 짜잔!
Это называется.
Охлаждающий?
Да, охлаждающий. Пахнет сладко, поэтому это называется Darling Kiss Tint.
Да, красиво. И제 волосы.
Yeah, those are the clips from Kyungha's channel. Yeah, and I noticed you look very different based on the kind of makeup.
Oh yes,
the style
totally
that you try
different
out.
person.
Yeah, and you've had a lot of hair colors and hairstyles in the past.
Yeah, but I changed to brown because I'm getting married next month.
Oh my gosh, congratulations. Viewers, she's getting married.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, so open.
Oh wow. Okay, so why don't we spend some time maybe looking through all these comments? They've been, flooding our live chats.
I found very interesting comments.
yes?
That, are there any Russian tongue twister? LOL.
Oh, are there?
Yeah. Шла Саша по шоссе и сосала сушку.
Oh, what does that mean?
I can't translate. Шла
Шла
Саша
Sasha
по шоссе
Pashase
и сосала
Isa Sala
сушку.
Shushku.
Yeah, it was right.
What does that mean? Roughly.
Sasha was walking and licked some fruit
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's kind of meaning.
Oh, well, who was it that asked for the tongue twister?
Hey Jude.
Hey Jude. Hey Jude, congratulations. Also, YJK said, 우와, 결혼이라니 축하드려요.
아, 감사합니다.
Congratulations. I also see quite a few comments in Russian. Yeah, people are saying that your Russian is perfect in your videos.
아, спасибо.
I know that one. Спасибо. Anything else you see?
That was the best way to learn Russian.
What is the best way to learn Russian?
Actually, you should meet lots of Russian people and talk a lot because the most hardest thing was to understand what they're saying. Russian is so fast, so you have to watch the Russian dramas and listen Russian news. So yeah, I would recommend that you have to meet Russian people a lot.
Have you spent a lot of time in Russia or Russian-speaking countries?
Of course,
Yeah.
I hung out so many times.
Yeah, so that's always helpful, just to move to the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're forced to speak the language.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's probably the best way. But like Kyungha said, you can watch movies or
Watch
dramas.
news.
Yeah, any videos that you'd like to recommend? Any movies or?
Well, I really like this Masha и Медведь, Masha와 곰 in Korea. This cute animation, but how she speak Russian is really, really cute. So I want to recommend you to watch it.
Okay, so Hey Jude, you should check that out.
That was not Hey Jude.
Someone else?
That was Tammy.
Temmie. Okay. There's another one after Frank Kwang. Frank Kwang said, I learned a lot through her videos, and then there's a Russian comment. Do you see that?
Kyungha, у тебя очень хороший русский, английский, мне будет так. Kyungha, you have such a good Russian and English skill, so I want to be like you.
Oh,
Thank you.
was that somebody that we gave a gift card to before, or is it somebody new?
We gave.
Okay. Sorry.
Sorry.
I'm unable to read the Russian alphabet, but thanks, guys. Okay. So let's come back to the comments in just a little bit.
Okay.
In the meantime, let's go to our segment about keywords. Kyungha and her keywords.
Okay.
So we've prepared a few cards here, so we can talk a little more about Kyungha and the experiences that she's had as a YouTuber. So the very first keyword that we have is digital nomad.
Oh.
Did
Okay.
you at one point want to become a digital nomad?
Actually, my dream was not working at the office.
Okay.
Yeah, at 9 to 6. No, for me. Yeah, so if I wasn't a YouTuber, I would have my own guest house in Macedonia.
Oh.
Yeah.
Macedonia of all places.
So far place from here, but I really liked Macedonia when I traveled.
Oh, I see.
So even I negotiated with the price with the owner of the house. Yeah, so I want to build my own guest house in Macedonia. But since I started my YouTube channel, so it changed my life. Like,
I mean, I suppose you could always go back to Macedonia and
Yeah.
start that guest house.
yeah, but nowadays I'm very in love with Russia, so I go Russia more. And actually, I traveled 50 countries.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I really love traveling, but not Macedonia, I really like the people there. And
Okay.
they have a Koreanet, which is a similar Russian. They use Serbian language, but it's
Okay.
similar to Russian,
Okay.
so we could communicate.
Oh,
Yeah, that
nice.
was interesting. So, but I promised to myself that I want to live my life happy because you live your life once, and I didn't want to spend my time just doing what I don't like to do. So, yeah, that was my dream not to work at the office, but I think that was the best decision that I started my YouTube channel because nowadays I can meet my subscriber and people from all over the world. Yeah. through the platform that I created with my subscribers.
Yeah, and as a YouTuber, you can continue traveling.
Of
and,
course.
Yeah, as long as you have your camera and a laptop, you can pretty much film from anywhere, right?
Of course, and I really want to recommend you to visit Russia or CIS countries, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Ukraine, Belarus. They are so beautiful.
Yeah, as soon as this pandemic's over. Okay, so digital nomad. Next one we have here is mega influencer. So the word influencer has the word influence in it, which means that, you know, as somebody who has a huge following and a lot of fans, you are able to affect change in this world. Could you tell us about what kind of influence you've had on the community?
Actually, that was last year, and I went to the Vladivostok in Shinhan village where Koryo 사람 lived. But so one man took care of the monument, but he was sick. He was canceled, so he couldn't take care of it. So I uploaded on my Instagram story. So if you live around here, please take care of this place because that's so important for our Korean people and Korean roots. So as soon as I uploaded, one subscriber, Alina, who was 16 years old, texted me, Kyungha, I go to school around here, so let me take care of it after my school. So she bring this like 10-liter garbage bag and she cleaned around the area. So yeah, and she put some candies and flowers. They were so thankful, so I was almost cried. And the second story was that I couldn't forget my subscriber from Astana, Kazakhstan. So I had my subscriber meetings in Astana, but one subscriber, he came in the area, but he was blind. So so he told me that every time he watched my video, but the voice was so cheerful, so he was so happy, and he wanted to do something. So he went marathon. He attended the marathon, and he won it. And he got trophy first time in his life.
Oh my gosh.
And he actually presented me.
Oh.
Yeah, so that is in my house. Yeah, so every time I watch it, I keep myself doing, Kyungha, you should be better. You should be better.
Do you have videos up on your channel about these people that you just talked about?
I didn't make video, but that's the story that I had when I had a meeting with my subscribers.
Oh, that's really nice to
really
hear
nice,
that, you know, you've been bringing a lot of positive change to the communities. Oh, wow. Yeah, there must be so many instances where you know think about the positive change that you've brought, and you must be, you know, feel proud as a mega influencer.
Yeah, actually, I was so surprised because my uncle, he works in a university, and one Russian girl entered this university, and he was like, "Oh, why did you enter in Korea university?" And she was like, "Oh, you know, I watched Kyungha channel, and I got so much interest in Korea after that. So that's why she decided to come to Korea and enter the university."
Did you ever get to meet her?
Oh, no, I couldn't because she was in Cheongju.
Oh, yeah, maybe, you know,
I want to meet
eventually
her.
you'll get to meet her.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, okay, so I'm sure this is an ongoing process.
Yeah.
Because you are still a mega influencer. Okay, this is another aspect of your channel, the Kyungha store. Whatever is the Kyungha store?
Kyungha store is I introduce very good Korean product to my subscriber because Russian subscriber having hard time to select Korean products because that's in Russian and they don't know how to select good products.
Okay.
So I introduce Korean beauty cosmetics, which is sweet for them. Yeah, depends on the nations and depends on the city and their climates, etc. So I recently met with this local company who wanted to enter the Russian market, but actually to enter Russian market is kind of different with Korean market. It is kind of hard. So I consulted them and we make strategies together, and eventually they sold out their products in Russia for 5 times.
Oh my gosh, what was the product?
There was a cream removing your acne.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, so what future plans do you have for the Kyungha store?
In Kyungha store, I want to help more Korean companies to enter to Russian market, because I think myself that Russian market, including CIS countries, is huge.
Yeah.
They have a huge, expectations.
Like there's a huge market.
Yeah,
there.
huge market. So I want to help Korean companies to get in there.
Yeah, so I think for viewers who weren't maybe aware of the Kyungha store, you should check this out, because it's a very easy way to learn about Korean products.
Exactly.
And to find products that, suit your skin tone and maybe your lifestyle too.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you're a bit of a consultant too now.
Yeah.
A business owner, creator.
Yes.
Oh, wow. And yeah, the fact that Kyungha has approved all of these products is, a good indication that they will work wonders for your skin as well. Okay, next is not here. So we've gone through all of the keywords, but lastly, I also want to talk about tourism and introducing Korea as a country to your fans. How are you introducing Korean tourism?
Actually, I was shooting this content in outside of Seoul. Actually, that was a sad story, because the market was really bad. But they have so many beautiful places outside of Seoul, like Gangwon-do, Taebaek, Yeongwol, even Ilsan. Yeah, but I was so sad because tourism is really focused on Seoul and Busan. Yeah, so I went to outside the city, suburban city, countryside, and I took a video. Actually, but when I uploaded this video, my subscriber watched it and they just went there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the most interesting city was Yeongwol.
Yeongwol.
In Gangwon-do. Yeah. Did you see the Goblin? The drama Goblin?
Dokkaebi.
Dokkaebi, yeah. So I found this place similar like a Goblin place, where the big trees and Goblin was, with the sword. Yeah, but so I actually parodied in Russian.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Who was your goblin? Did you have
my boyfriend?
Oh, how perfect.
So we acted it, but his Russian is not fluent.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to speak in Russian, but his accent was so funny, and I was so awkward to acting it. So it was so funny.
That's probably why it got a lot of views.
Maybe. So I want to introduce those kind of countryside in Korea, because there is so many places to see and can experience, and they have a good products and beautiful sights.
Yeah, you can sightsee, and also food tends to be so good and cheaper than it is in Seoul. So
and very healthy. They
very
have
healthy.
their own product and grocery.
Okay, so other than Gangwon-do, have you introduced any other regions of Seoul, of Korea? I mean,
Actually, I went to Taebaek.
Taebaek?
Yeah. So Taebaek was very inspired me.
Okay.
Yeah, because I didn't want to go to Taebaek because it's far from Seoul, and say that there is a tiger. They said,
Oh, really?
Yeah. the director, the producer told me that we are going to the mountain and
To
there will
shoot
be a
tigers?
tiger. Yeah, no. He just told me that there's a tiger. So I was kind of afraid, but he was just joking.
Joking.
Yeah, but I was so surprised that in Korea we have this place, so beautiful, and the nature was just amazing.
Did you go hiking?
A little bit, and I was so tired.
And no tigers were spotted on this trip.
No, the people are so nice, and you can feel this fresh air there.
Yeah, so once this whole pandemic's over, so many places to visit in Korea.
Exactly.
Yeah, viewers too, if you are in Korea, don't only check out Seoul and Busan and the major cities.
Go to countryside.
Yeah, go to the countryside.
Visit the countryside.
Yes, you will be able to experience so much more.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Also, I want to ask you, aside from the various topics that we've covered, is there anything else you'd like to introduce to your viewers through your videos?
I want to make more contents in the countryside, and actually I want to make some videos connected with the medical system. You know, in Russia and Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, when they are sick, they go to America or Israel to get recovered. But I didn't know that in Korea we have such a good medical system, and we can get easily checked up. And our surgery system, how do you say, the level of surgery is very, very high level. So I want to introduce our Korean medical system to Russian subscribers because it's cheaper and I think it's better. Yeah, to get recovered in Korea.
I had no idea that Russian patients traveled overseas to get treated.
Their medical tourism is very, very popular. Well, I want to introduce our Korean medical tourism too.
Yeah, so I look forward to that. It's a very interesting topic. I think not only among Russian speakers, but also other parts of the world as
Country,
well.
yes.
Yeah, so that's something that we hope to see. Okay, while we've been talking, a lot of comments have been coming in. There are some viewers here today that are meeting you for the first time. It seems there are some viewers here who were very familiar with you already. YJK says 태백과 영월 메모해서 꼭 가볼게요.
꼭 가보세요.
Yeah. And yeah, she also says, she also talked about the medical system. She looks forward to your videos. 의료 시스템은 한국이 최고지.
진짜? 와우.
I'm trying to see if there were any we missed before.
I hope. 완판요.
완판요?
완판요. Wow, it's so cool how Kyungha is doing so many small projects to bridge Korea and Russia together. Wow, thank you for saying that. 선한요.
구독자 사랑이 넘치는 민경하님. That was our
그
KPD.
밑에. Kyungha всегда очень позитивная, и этим она всегда поднимает людям настроение. Спасибо большое, что вы так поддерживаете. He said, I always cheer people.
Yeah, very positive energy. Also, there's a question here by PD Bell. 러시아 여행지 추천해 주세요. So this is a good question because we've talked about Korean tourism, but for Koreans or others wanting to visit Russia, where do you recommend we go?
Actually, the closest city from Korea to Russia is Vladivostok. It only takes like 2 hours. But to Moscow, the capital of Russia, like more than 9 hours.
That's really far.
But the atmosphere is so different from Vladivostok to Moscow because Vladivostok is more Asian culture. It's mixed with European and Asian culture. But in Moscow, everything is so different. It's more European style. And you know, the food is so amazing in Moscow.
Oh, really?
And you know, the red scare. have you seen the Red Scare through?
Oh, the Red Square, yeah.
Yeah. The film and the movie
Yeah.
they should open there, but
yeah.
it's really huge.
Yeah.
And inside the Red Scare, there is this place we call GUM.
Goom?
Yeah, it's
What
a
does that mean?
department store. But you shouldn't visit there because department store inside of it is really amazing.
In what way? Because there are a lot of
every
products?
day is Christmas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the chandelier and the lights and the balls, everything.
Goom?
Yeah, we call it GUM.
Goom. Wow.
And
Do you have a preference? Do you prefer the Vladivostok side of Russia, or do you prefer the Moscow?
Actually, Vladivostok is too familiar with me.
Oh, that's true.
Just like a Jeju-do.
It is very close.
Yeah, Vladivostok, I lived there like 6 months, and I spent so many time there, so it's so familiar. So I want to travel more like Moscow city, because from Moscow you can visit another small cities. So I prefer to travel those kind of regions.
Yeah, it's just hearing you talk about it, I'm really curious about the food as well. What's something that you miss about
Oh my God,
Russian food?
I'm so sad because I can taste Russian foods from grandma. I mean, Russian grandmas are so sweet. They always take care of you. They give you food, and actually, they are really good cook.
Okay.
Yeah. So we called it borscht, but it's it's tomatoes. It's a
Beetroot?
Yeah, beet soup. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what borscht is, but
Did you know that? Have you tried it before?
Not in Russia, but yeah.
In Korea.
In New York.
American Russian both got borscht.
Yeah, so I don't know how authentic it might have been, but
Borscht is really, really amazing food. So in winter, I always eat it because it warms you, and the taste of borscht is something that I can taste in Korea.
Are there many places to try Russian food here in Korea?
We have in Itaewon, Troika, we called it, and it's clean and kind of expensive, but delicious.
Wow, we have to
You wanna
jot
go
that
there?
down as well.
You wanna go there?
As we were talking, somebody was saying, Haejun Yang was saying, 구매에 아이스크림 파는데 맛있던데요?
그 꼭 먹어보세요. 구매 가면은 if you
아이스크림을 팔아요?
아이스크림 팔아요. 그 제가 헷갈렸어. 러시아어로 말할 뻔했어요.
You can talk in I think people are wanting to hear you speak more Russian. But
Мне очень понравилось. Там в ГУМе продается мороженое, очень вкусно. И даже это было зимой, но вообще мороженое вкус отлично было. Поэтому я поделилась с Юном, ему тоже очень понравилось. I said, you should try this. I don't know why in GUM they sell that kind of taste ice cream.
what kind of ice cream?
It's just a simple vanilla ice cream, but it's so tasty. Even though you eat in winter, yeah, it's very tasty.
What's tasty in Russian?
Вкусно.
Вкусно?
Oh yeah.
Вкусно.
Вкусно. Вкус, that means taste. And вкусно is
Вкусно.
tasty.
Yeah, somebody was saying you should teach us a few words that we could use while traveling through Russia. So вкусно is one.
And you will hear it often. Спасибо.
Спасибо, just thank you.
Oh yes. If you know thank you, then we have to know please.
Please.
Or you're welcome. Пожалуйста.
Oh, that's hard.
Je. Пожалуйста.
Пожалуйста.
Oh, пожалуйста.
Пожалуйста.
So it means that please sit here or you're welcome. Yeah. And what else? We have сколько стоит.
Сколько стоит?
Oh my God,
is
you're
that?
really good.
What does that mean?
Сколько стоит means how much it is.
Ah,
How much is it?
сколько стоит?
1000 рублей.
It's free?
1000 rubles.
Yeah, I find with Russian language, it's a lot of the sounds are like inside the mouth, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I know that.
Like a lot of and so just watching your mouth is kind of hard.
I mean, it takes you have to practice.
Yeah.
Because in Russia there's a sound that there's no in Korean. For example, je, she, r, Oh, you're good. Because I couldn't pronounce it. That was the most difficult alphabet sounds for me. R,
This is so fun. I could do this for an hour, honestly.
Oh, you can do it. I get tired of it.
But unfortunately, we are almost out of time.
Oh, really? Why so fast?
Yeah, so I think we have to briefly talk about the fact that this year is the 30th anniversary of diplomatic relations between Korea and Russia. So is there anything you'd like to share with us regarding this very special milestone?
I think the role of influencer is spreading good energy to the people. And, this year is really special for me because we are friends almost 30 years. And I'm 30 years in...
Oh, you're as old as the friendship.
We are friends. So that's really a lot. That means a lot to me. And I want to be a bridge between two countries, Russia and Korea, to connect our culture and connect what we want to, what we can share. Like, I know that in Russia there is good product and good skills that we can learn from Russia. And in Korea, we have a good cosmetic products and we have good skills that we can spread in Russia. So I want to help these two countries to have more good synergy.
Yeah, I feel like that's something that you've been doing all along anyway.
Yeah, culture ambassador.
Right, but this year is especially important because of this milestone. Are there any projects that you're working on
I'm working on project with, at the moment I'm shooting documentary film.
Okay.
Yeah, and I do lots of contents about it, about Korean medical system, Korean K-beauty products, and introducing our countryside. Exactly the same what I was doing on my YouTube channel. So that's not pressure to me, but I'm a patriot.
Okay.
So as a culture ambassador, I want to introduce Korea more to Russia so that Russian and even CIS countries got to know more about Korea. And after the pandemic is ended, and so people can come to Korea and we can go to Russia.
Yeah, you've mentioned CIS countries a few times throughout the
I
interview.
love there,
Yeah, I think that region is very fascinating, and yeah, it's great that you're spreading more knowledge about Korea and Korean culture in those countries as well.
Yeah, I will do my best.
Yeah, aren't we super thankful that Kyungha met Sergey back in 2014? When you did? Yeah, the day that changed everything. Yeah, so I wish you all the best for the rest of the year. Yeah, in celebrating the milestone and also acting as a cultural ambassador for Korea and for Russia too. I hope you had a good time on the show today.
Oh, I was really interesting to talking with you, and this show was so precious to me because I could know my history. Yeah, and recall my time back and kind of like tour back in time.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
that was very, thank you for inviting me and having me here.
Yeah, it was really nice, and to hear all of your stories, and I hope that maybe we can work on something again in the future.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you to all of our viewers.
Спасибо, thank you.
Yeah. And also, a lot of Kyungha's fans who are based in Russia. It's so early in the morning right now.
5
Yes.
a.m.
So there's a rerun later in the day, so you can definitely check that out. Also, when the video is uploaded to our channel, you can hear all about this interview then as well. So thank you so much for joining us. One last thing, next week's Star Live will be all about the Korea.net Honorary Reporters Program, which is our group of over 2,000 reporters hailing from 103 countries. We'll be joined by Sammy and Laura to talk about the program and what it means to be an honorary reporter. So we'll see you next week on October 21st at 11. But in the meantime, for me and Kyungha, I think that's it for today.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
네.